Hi, everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from Northern California with the little video I promised. Thank you guys for all the compliments about my Revealing Light Marianne's video. Her and I have been friends for years, and she's just the nicest person and really worries about universal consciousness and care. She's a cancer survivor as I am. So we got that sisterhood going, as I do with a lot of you guys who are cancer survivors. But we made a little decision when we ended our session. We had such a good time that I'm going to be on her show next month. So we're going to do once a month. She said she might start doing those collabs again. So I also recommended her getting somebody to do her comments. Poor thing. She goes through, I don't know how she does it because she gets, I get 2,000 up to 8,000 comments. And I don't know, I think they might have slowed down a little bit, but she's the same way, but she goes through everyone. I couldn't do it. Plus, I get my feelings hurt, so I'd be telling folks off, you know what I'm saying? So, so that'll give her a lot of relief right there, not having to deal with comments. And then what you do is when they go through, especially the bad ones and stuff, you just go back and you read what people said. And of course, it's only the beautiful ones that are left. But she's just a wonderful person, and I'm looking forward to getting her book. She did send me a draft before, and I told her it was fantastic. So anyway, so that's good. Did you see those things on her arms? It's from the cancer, the chemo and stuff. It caused an arthritic condition. So I had chemo and stuff, and I do get a little arthritis, like, when I'm walking, if I'm sitting too long when I get up to walk, but I'm not that bad. So I'm very grateful. Okay, we have some stuff just to go through. But thank you for Marianne. I have to tell you about my dream last night. Holy cow, and it was so good. And I was so upset it was just a dream. So what happened was, actually, I woke up at 5 and went back to sleep. Those are when I have the best dreams, I think. So what happened? Let me just take notes of what I'm talking about. The court. Okay, so I had a dream that I was in a courthouse in a room with a judge, and it was dark. The whole place was dark. I thought, damn, this is dark. And that Pete guy, Pete Hedge, you know what I call him, the DUI guy, he was on the stand. You guys, he was wailing and crying, just like a baby. And I think you can kind of see that. Do you know what? It's almost like Kavanaugh. I like beer. I like beer. He was wailing and crying, and he was begging for forgiveness, which is interesting because Marianne had that vision of the gun turning around and shooting the person. And then she saw all these people on their knees in front of Christ asking, basically, I think, for forgiveness. So he's wailing and crying. And I remember thinking, ooh, he's getting his just desserts. And then behind him is like this line of people that are getting ready to get their just desserts and punishment. So this wasn't an actual trial. This was the punishment phase. And it's J.D. Vance. It's all these people that I can't tell you I saw Robert Kennedy there, but it's all these people in line. In fact, all these people want to get in with his administration. Based on this dream, I even had that thing like, ooh, some people missed the bullet, like Matt Gaetz, for instance. It's a good thing he stepped out because something's getting ready to happen. In the dream, I knew Trump was gone, physically gone. So couldn't tell you how, but I could tell you that I knew he was gone, and without him, they had no master. So now, basically, the judge was like the United States of America. The United States of America now can take you to task. But he was a wailing and a crying. It was so real. And in the dream, I even said, oh, I hope this isn't a dream. Have you guys ever done that? It's like, oh my God. Oh, goody, goody. Oh, I hope this isn't a dream. Boom, I woke up. I was so pissed. But it was the energy. And the thing what's interesting, like I do in dreams, and a lot of you readers and psychics, you get the same thing. You'll get feelings in the dream that aren't necessarily portrayed outright with some sort of conversation, but things you know, like I knew he was gone. But that Pete guy was wailing and a crying. I didn't see Elon either, come to think of it. I didn't see Elon. So, okay. So I wanted to tell you about that. That was excellent, excellent. And I just want you to know we're getting a taste of what's about ready to happen because I will tell you, yesterday when they put out that order to stop Medicaid, to do this, I mean, even stuff for police organizations, the police department was upset. They got blown out of the water. This is serious, you guys. This is no poo-poo thing. In fact, today with the RFK, and we'll talk about that, the RFK thing, they were saying, oh, well, yeah, that was a mistake. The president, they've turned it around. No, it's like it never happened. It did happen. And if nobody had complained, they would have kept moving forward. But what happened is even his own people complained. Now, the Republicans aren't going to say that out loud, but all the Democrats were saying, Jesus, my phone's blowing up. The office is blowing up with faxes and emails. Everybody's in a panic. Like, what am I supposed to do? Hospitals can't work because they're not going to get their payment. They couldn't do their payroll. Oh, so much stuff. It was affecting so many, even in the red states. And let me tell you, the red states were blowing them up, but notice how they didn't say, oh, yes, well, you know. No, what happened is the red states were the important ones, and they turned around and told the administration, what the heck are you doing? We're getting blown out of the water because let me tell you, these people are saying we will not vote for these types anymore. Two special elections have taken place. I can't really tell you what states. You guys know what I'm talking about. Both of them, since Trump's been in office, one state, I guess he won by 21%. Both of them were won by a Democrat. Tick tock. And let me tell you, maybe Trump doesn't listen, but the insiders are going, uh-oh. And somebody else mentioned that all those judges Biden got in, they're making it happen. So people are so upset, and I don't blame you, but please don't try to go. Have faith, don't watch the news. Just know, look at what's happening. Look at that energy. Oh, he's talking about Guantanamo Bay today, and he was going to start a prison. And yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And to top it off, people were upset because he did that freeze on all this Medicaid and all this stuff while he was playing golf. Let me tell you, this is the power of the people. This is what I'm talking about. Eventually, there will be marches. The thing is, you don't want to be violent marches because he would take that opportunity to claim martial law and do all kinds of cray-cray. But he has to walk on eggshells. I'm telling you right now, it's not very good. And did you hear he's going to have Netanyahu come to the White House? Let's take a look at that. I say the minute that man steps off the plane, get him arrested because he's got an arrest warrant. Yeah, it was fun with Marianne yesterday because I was telling her I think Putin is furious. She said, oh, yeah, he's furious at Trump. And she told me some other stuff that Putin had said about Trump. Fat something, they called him. Tell me what I can tell. I'll probably do prayers this weekend, you guys. Somebody just wrote me and said the prayers work. I really enjoy those, you guys, if you get a positive result. There's always a good result because the worst case scenario, it will always turn around. If it's death that happens, then you're with the realm. Netanyahu going to the White House. What can you tell me? What's going to happen? Ooh. Maybe he's not feeling well or there's an illness of some sort. He might be looking for money. Geez, the tower. Maybe his plane got taken down. Trust your instincts. You guys, what in the world? I did not expect this. The cups are reversed. He does have the Knight of Cups in the house, like gold pals, but it's reversed. Yeah, he's looking for money. It's not a great visit. Maybe even the Dems just all walk out. I don't know what this is. I'm going to look at it. Hold on. Angel of Light and Mercy. Netanyahu is supposed to come to the White House. What is supposed to, yeah, Trump got out of going to jail. That's all he worries about. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? I see him in the White House. I see him visiting with the Munchkin Johnson. It's not fulfilling at all. There's some sad news, maybe even before he comes. Let's look at our predictions deck. This is Trish James' deck. I just sent a load to a load. It's the cards to. They're not cheap. They're like $74. I just sent some to. Can't even think of her name. The other one I like is Lena Rodriguez's card. I just sent some to Revealing Light. But if you look up trishjames.com, TRISHE James, JAMES.com, you can order from there. Tell me about Netanyahu. Why am I getting such bad cards? Oof, here we go. Controlled narrative. Controlled narrative. There'll probably be discussions behind closed doors. Controlled narrative. Evidence. Ooh, and I just dropped it because it's a hot card. Evidence of a scandal. He's going to tell Trump something that won't surprise Trump, but they won't let other people know. And it could be scandalous. And I wouldn't doubt maybe he has to cancel the trip because it feels like there's enemies behind him. So it might be people are planning on when he goes, taking him out. So something's coming up for Netanyahu. I've always saw him going. I see Putin going first, though. Did you see all of Putin's oil wells have caught fire thanks to Zelensky? Okay, so where were we? Thank you guys for your questions. Yes, Barbara wants to know, will we have voters 2026, will we have fair elections again? Yes, I do see that happening. But here's one thing I see happening before 2026 is they're going to put the plug on Elon Musk. Now, you know, Germany is like they're saying, get the hell out and stay out. I see other countries going against him, and I see perhaps his money being taken away. Something's going to happen with Elon. He's not keen for a day. You know, be careful about being gleeful about hurting others. Elon's very gleeful, so is Trump. That's why they're two peas in a pod. Look at what they did with Millie. They took the general's portraits down. They cut even though he's covered by President Biden, he was given a blanket pardon. Oh, they want him investigated to see if they can deter him, bring him down a few notches on. No, they're not going to be able to do that. I don't care what they do. I'm going to tell you, I just don't see past 2 years. I don't know if it's past the voting time, that when it turns crystal blue and they say we better change the way we do things. But these guys don't learn their lesson. Remember, they were all the red wave, and that didn't happen. But they still didn't learn their lesson. But this cruelty to other people and people who served, Trump never served. Oh, Bone Spurs never served. But you're going to cut this guy down like he's a nothing burger? Poor guy. He needs to get out of the country and go live someplace else until this is over with. Okay, so yeah, he wants to cry martial law, but let me see. It's interesting because people could have gone out on the streets when they did that freeze on everybody. But what happened is they got overloaded, emails, phone calls, just overloaded. But it was the red states too, which is, it's not like the blue states going out on the street. It was the red states too. So if it's red states marching, he's not going to do martial law. But let's just see if he's actually going to claim martial law. Oh, and California wants to separate. That's not going to happen. He's not going to. The administration in Washington is going to change enough that California will get off of that one. It's not going to happen. But did you guys remember what Andre said? Said 2028, Newsom's cards are through the roof. Or his astrological sign. He said he could very well be a president, but we'll see. I'll get more of a hit as we get closer. So is Trump going to declare martial law? Well, he thinks he's God. Something's coming up on Trump that something is not right with Trump. He's stuck. He's unable to move forward. Let's look at our other one. Give me a card. Commercial airline. Gee, you don't think he'll die in an airline? By the way, apparently there was a drone following Air Force One with Trump in it over New York or something like that, and they shot it down. But they're interesting that it got up there. So let's see. Volcano Mountains. Let me tell you, something big is getting ready. We talking about this till we're blue in the face, and I know you guys are sick and tired of me saying something big. Other psychics are saying it. It's not business as usual. It's explosions here and there. It could even be natural, based on the weather explosions. So join forces. So I don't think he's going to be able to call it. I see people joining forces. I think it's the red and the blue. I think people are saying, oh my God, because there's a lot of people coming forward saying, I have no clue. I voted for him and he has turned his back. Okay. Do you see Pete Buttigieg becoming the senator in Michigan? My immediate response is yes, but let's just double check. Our beautiful Pete. Oh, Trump doesn't want him to win. Now, here's the other thing. 2 people have won in red states in special elections. So there can't be any kind of interference with the vote because they wouldn't have won. Now, Pete's coming up in Michigan, so let's see if he's going to win. Oh, good. New York is proposing a bill to make mass harassment illegal, like the Proud Boys marching with those big old scarf. Yeah, show your face. Show your face, sucker. Pete, are you going to win as senator? I feel like he is, but let's just double check. Because my knee jerk is I want him to win. So I have to be careful. So this is walking away from the job he had. And it was very sad. And don't forget, Trump's trying to stop all the progress that they made. Being toasted by the cops by a lot of friends. Celebration on the basis of him. Here's him figuring out a plan. There's evil forces working against him. Can you win, sir? Well, yeah, I would say yes. Victory after burden. Okay, cards. Can our beautiful Pete win as senator? As senator of Michigan? Just say yes or no. Can he win as senator of Rescue Revived? That could be him holding his heart. Rescue Revived. So he will, he gets in there. He's going to, and is this a special election? You guys let me know. If he wins, Rescue Revived, he could really help out. I need to look up who the guy is or gal, whoever's stepped down. Was that a Republican or a Democrat? Yeah, he's going to get in there. Let me tell you, Michigan is sick of Trump too. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so sorry we got to live through this. I told you it was going to be a little tough, you guys. But just look at what's happened. The proof is in the pudding. Watch this space. Okay. Yes, the Constitution will be amended when the new administration comes in, where felons cannot run for president. Thank you. Brenda says she loves Marianne and myself. And yes, every month we're going to do one. So don't worry. Somebody said, when is the insanity of Trump going to stop? It's going to get stopped. But listen, that dream I had, justice is going to take place and there will be a punishment for those. They're not going to be able to step down and scurry away and be on Fox News. There's a big deal going to happen. So I don't know what they do or what's going to be found out, but they're going to go in there and just tear that place apart. Uh, does Trump know he doesn't have long for the job? No. Don't worry about General Miley, you guys. Even if they manage to take a couple of stars, it's temporary. They'll turn around and give it right back to him. Oh, you guys are just saying, I want to hear about this dream. Love endures, exactly. The time frame, I can't tell you what the time frame is. Is Trump really going to do the 25% tariffs in Canada? Hold on 1 second. Let me look. Well, the stock market's down again today. February 1st is when is supposed to kick in. Oh, and by the way, the guy that's in charge of the Fed funding said he's not going to decrease the interest rate. And Trump wants to fire him, but he can't. And listen, one of my friends is a civil servant. She got one of those letters. And even before that, Senator Kaine said, don't do it. Whatever you do, don't do it. She had already decided. She don't trust them. It's like, oh, we'll give you this and we'll let you leave. Yeah, he thinks he's in charge of the money. He always did, even back in the first administration. Okay. 25% tariffs. I'm telling you, I think initially it'll be on there with Mexico and Canada. And then I see our stock market really going down. And then he'll rethink it. He'll rethink it. Yeah, there's some trouble. There's big trouble when this takes place. And listen, he's not going to get the Panama Canal. I don't know what the heck he's thinking. But this is probably that hit I had the other day where I saw Trump talking with the DUI guy, and he said they were talking about planning a preemptive strike. So I think Marianne said, is it about Canada or that? It might be about Greenland or no, I'm thinking it might be about the canal. He wants it, he can taste it. He can taste it. And did you see I think it was in Michigan, this family was having a picnic and they were speaking Spanish and they called the feds on them. And they went to go arrest them all. They're all Puerto Rican. And they can speak Spanish. All Puerto Rican, they didn't take him to jail, but they gave him a hard time. But can you imagine that? Okay. Yes, Canada is going to do some big stuff, you guys, like not give us certain things. It's going to be, you think it's bad now. And then the guy had the nerve to say Medicaid and all that, y'all don't get, your kids don't get help. Students can't get help. Kids are on programs with cancer. He had stopped the funding for that. Can you imagine your child dying because Orange Crush decided to just, no, I want that money. And to top that off, then he's going to do these tariffs, which is going to affect every. Let me tell you, and you saw people freaking go crazy. And you saw they had to turn around and say, oh, never mind. Oh, let me tell you what, he will change his mind on this because it'll be too much. People will be furious. The thing is, you get him furious enough, all of a sudden he's not the big shot anymore. They have no respect for him. So, like lying about going to California and turning on the faucet. He had the military come to California to turn on the faucet. And people believe that. So, I mean, remember that Dr. Berg or whatever her name, I think they were working on the COVID, and he's saying, I hear that if you put lights, somehow, and he was looking at her, or you can get bleach, somehow we can inject, right? He's looking at her, we can inject bleach. And she was like this. Kind of like how I look when they say, any dessert, ma'am? Of course. Okay. Yeah, media is going to keep, and listen, believe it or not, remember how mad I was at MSNBC? I'm never going to do CNN again because I got rid of our guy, but don't worry, he's going to be okay. Acosta, he's going to be fine, you guys. He's going to be, let me look real quick. Tell me about Jim Acosta. What can you tell me? Citing disclosures. Well, this is about ETs. I don't think that's got anything to do with Jim. Tell me about Jim Acosta. What can you tell me about Jim Acosta? Well, yes, of course. He was solutions to the problem. It said he was uprooted too. Solutions to the problem. So yeah, he's in there. They're going to try to work against him, but eventually he'll have a place at the table. So I don't want you to worry about him. And the ETs are everywhere, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. They can't interrupt our free will, but they sure as hell can help with some of this earth stuff that's going on where we're corroding the earth. I don't know who said the story, but a guy went in a cave and ran into an ET. Did you guys hear about that? It was some sort of ship. I think he was military, and he went in. There was a humanoid form, And he said, "Are you friend or foe?" And he said, "Neither." Do you guys remember that? And he said, basically, "Why are you here?" Or the guy, he didn't talk. He talked to him in the head, and he just said, "You need to get rid of your nuclear weapons, and you need to take better care of this planet." And ain't that the truth? Let me look at the outcome of Robert Kennedy. I don't know why he came in my mind. Let me start with these cards. Give me the outcome of Robert Kennedy. Give me the outcome of Robert Kennedy. Here we go. What's his future? Tell me the truth and only the truth. Rulership handover. I've seen that card. Okay. Give me the outcome of Robert Kennedy. He's really not going to get comfortable. I see him going in there, and somebody just said he won't be able to kick his shoes off. I see a lot of people very demanding towards him and him unable to handle all that explosive situation. I think he'll make some wrong moves because he listens to his Royal Highness. Tell me about the outcome. All for money. Yep. Boy, Caroline was right. So what is the outcome? Will he be successful? Will he be famous? He's already famous, but you know what I mean. So many people. Well, just what I said. People are going to be bugging him. He's going to have to answer for so many things. Oh, imprisoned, detained. There's something coming up with this administration. Something they're going to do it's something to do with money. So what is it you want me to tell everybody? Be still and know that this too shall pass. Trump is still getting money from foreign entities, and that's totally illegal. So what is the outcome? Strategy planning. So people are playing their cards right. They got their cards against their chest, and I think these are the good guys. I think this is the inside. Because was it Marianne that told me this? You guys would remember. That the FBI really worked against J. Edgar Hoover. I see the same thing. Even if that cross-eyed guy wins, Patel or whatever his name, don't worry. Don't worry, because I see, even with this Pete guy, trying to make a fool out of a 5-star general and they won't appreciate it. Nope, nope, nope. And be careful about sending anybody to a fake war. So, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Are we still? Yeah, my cards accidentally hit my. Okay, so yeah, these cards are fun, you guys. Celebrate success. Thank you very much. Celebrate success, you guys. We will have success. And down the road, even with all this heartache, because down the road, we're going to find out the truth about the voting too. Things will just, and then I see them clearing it out. And this time, I don't know who the Attorney General will be, but it won't be anybody like the one that was in there. The one Biden chose. I can't even think of his name. That's how fast it went by. And Biden too. God love him. He tried, but he tried to work across the table. You can't work with those cray-crays. There's nothing you can do. So it was much ado about nothing, but he was able to get those judges in, thank God. But all that stuff he did, on the bridges and everything for everybody, he's reversing it, even for the red states. So, well, you'll see. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So I think I went past 30 minutes. I didn't want to go too much past that. I appreciate all you guys. And if there's more to come. I'm so excited. Yesterday gave me so much hope. I was just really happy. I just knew this was a sign. And those two people winning, another sign. A lot of good stuff, but no. But also I want you to know, be ready because there's going to be more stuff being thrown at us. And other nations are just not going to put up with it. It's a beautiful thing. And did you see Germany is working against Elon big time? He better run and hide. Okay, you guys, I love you all. I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers.